All right, moving on to 1.2, buying a used vehicle. So you're gonna need a newspaper and magazine. Internet is optional as well. There are 3 ways to shop for used cars that you can write down there. Read classified ads in your local newspaper, look at websites of local car dealers, and check online services that sell used items, such as like Kijiji or something. Okay, so we have Skyla. Wants to buy a used van for her printing business in Red Deer, Alberta. Should she buy the van from a dealer or from a private seller? Skyla knows that one advantage of buying a used vehicle is lower prices. The vehicle would have depreciated while other people owned it. Which seller would likely offer a lower price? Private seller would likely offer a lower price because dealers have to pay business costs. And that's true. If you buy cars on Kijiji or something, they're usually cheaper than getting them from the dealers. Number 2, one disadvantage of buying a used vehicle is that you cannot be certain of its condition. It might need repairs. Which seller would be more likely to offer a warranty? So the dealer would be more likely to offer a warranty because they have the insurance and they have that extra backing to guarantee that. What advice would you give Skyla? I'd tell her to buy from a dealer because a dealer could repair the van if something went wrong, or I would tell her to buy from a private seller because the van would cost less. Depends on what she wants. Okay, moving on to example 1. So there's the info and the works on the back that we have to do. So let's read the hint quick. GST is not charged on used vehicles that are bought privately in Canada. And PST varies by province or territory, as we know. PST is not charged on used vehicles bought in Saskatchewan, so they actually don't pay any additional taxes in Saskatchewan, which is interesting. So we have Raylene. She lives in Regina, Saskatchewan. She is buying a used car that she saw advertised in newspaper. The price is $8,200. She puts a deposit of $500 down. She'll make monthly payments of $3,440 for 2 years. How much interest will she have to pay her bank on the loan? Okay, well, let's flip that over. So the solution, how much interest, including interest? Well, the total cost. The number of months was 24 months times her monthly payment was $44.40 per month, plus her deposit of $500 is going to equal $8,765.60. So that's what she has to pay, including her interest. So in B, how much interest will she pay on the loan? We have to take the total cost minus the purchase price. So to do that, we've calculated total cost, which was $8,765.60, and we're going to minus what the total cost was. We don't have to worry about taxes because this is in Saskatchewan, and we get $565.60. So that's what she'll have to pay interest on the loan to the bank. Let's read the reflection here. Suppose that Raylene decided to take out a 3-year loan. What would happen to the payments? What would happen to the interest charges? So usually your payment would go down. So instead of $344 a month, she would probably pay, I don't know, $280. But the interest would go up because the bank has to lend you the money for a longer period of time. Okay, example 2, a little bit bigger question. We have Martin. He lives in Whitehorse, Yukon. He's buying a used car from a dealer. So Yukon means there's going to be a different tax in Yukon. GST is free in Canada for used cars, but PST will have to check. He used this online calculator to determine how much he needs to borrow. How much interest will Martin pay on the loan? So we got the information right here. We have the vehicle is $12,550 or $12,500. He's putting down $500. He's trading in something, maybe like a little motorcycle for $750 or something. Sales tax of 5%. Interest rate from the bank is 7.5%. He's going to borrow it for 3 years, and he's paying this much. So let's figure out how much money that he is borrowing after tax. So 100% plus the tax of 5% times purchase price minus trade-in value. So let's plug that in. 1.05 times purchase price of the vehicle up there was $12,500 minus trade-in value of $750, and we get $12,337.50. Good. So the loan amount is after-tax price minus down payment. So the after-tax price that we just calculated, $12,337.50, minus the down payment, which was $500, right over here. That's going to give us that he borrowed $11,837.50. So Martin's borrowing that much from the bank. Now we can actually calculate how much interest he'll be paying on the loan. So the interest is the number of months of the term, which was 3 years. So 3 years has 36 months, times the per month charge, 368.22, minus what we just calculated the loan amount up here, $11,837.50. So let's figure it out. You'll see that he's going to pay an additional $14,1842 in interest on his loan, which isn't terrible, but okay, moving on to the next page. Okay, so the practice questions. I'm going to do some for you guys. So the hint, use the tax chart from the first part. I'll let you guys do number 1 by yourselves. It should be pretty similar to what we just did for the examples. But number 2 we can do together. So let's read the reflection here. Why is it a good idea to finance a car loan over the shortest possible term you can? Because usually it's a little cheaper. Okay, number 2, hint. First, calculate the after-tax price, then subtract the down payments. All right, we have Doug, lives in Kamloops, British Columbia. He's buying a used car from his uncle. The price is $9,250 before tax. Doug will make a down payment of $500. How much money will he need to borrow? Okay, so the British Columbia, 7% tax. So the after-tax price is going to be 1.07, 7% at British Columbia times the price of the car before taxes, 250. It's going to be $9,897.50. And then the price after down payment is going to be what we just calculated, $9,987.50 minus his down payment of $500. So it follows the same trend as an example we did earlier. $9,397.50. So that is what he's going to have to borrow, and that's all it's asking for in this part. In B, Doug is approved for financing at 7.9% per year over 3 years. His monthly payments are just under $300. How much interest is he going to use? So interest is going to be 3 years, so 36 months, times how much he's spending, $294.05, minus what we calculated in A for the price after the down payment, $9,397.50. So he's going to be paying an amount of $1,188.30 interest on his loan. So there we go. That's number 2. And moving on to the next side. Moving on to number 4 on page 11. So I'll let you guys do number 3 by yourselves. And then 4 to 7 is a lot of writing, so I usually just give you guys that. So let's read the hint. Consider factors such as insurance, maintenance, and financing. Okay, so the question says, 4, what are some advantages of buying used? So an example, a used vehicle costs less because of depreciation. This may result in lower monthly payments and financing charges. We know that. What are some disadvantages of buying used? Well, used might not have warranty. It will have options that are chosen by someone else, and it might need repairs sooner. Okay, number 5. Marcia needs a loan to buy a car. She has decided to buy a used car instead of a new car. She says that the interest on the loan will be less. Do you agree? I think we do, because we just showed that earlier. A used car will cost less, so the amount she needs to borrow will be less. This means that she'll pay less interest. Or, no, I disagree. Some car manufacturers often offer much lower interest rates on new cars, so even though the price of a new car will be greater, the interest could be less. That also depends on how much the car is. If you're buying a $40,000 new car, the total price after might be $50,000, $60,000 with interest, versus if you buy a used car that's $2,000, you're not paying more interest than maybe $1,000 or $2,000. Who knows? Okay, number 6. List 3 factors that would affect the resale value of a vehicle. So the type of car it is: truck, car, snowmobile, motorcycles, age, the condition, the options, and the distance driven on the odometer. Those are all things that affect the value of cars. And then number 7, Angela likes to buy demonstrators. What are advantages of her buying strategy? And what are demonstrators? Well, demonstrators are vehicles that people test drive from dealerships. So like they're demo cars, demonstrator cars. Example, a demo is a used vehicle, so the car will have depreciated. She can buy a car that is almost new. It would still be under warranty. The cost would be less than from the same car that's new. It might have options that she could not afford otherwise. So, not a bad deal. Okay, so I think that is 1.2. So next video, we're going to be moving on to 1.3 operating costs.